members of Edenderry Town Football Club, we welcome you and we hope you have a good night here in the Cover Beach on behalf of Edenderry Town Football Club. We have some distinguished guests here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. From the Leinster Junior League we have Mr. John Farrell, the President, and Mrs. Farrell. We have the Secretary, Mr. Kevin Bourne and Mrs. Bourne. And from the Offaly Schoolboys Association we have Mr. Frank Feary and Mrs. Feary. And we have long and good friends of Edenderry Town Football Club, Mr. Jimmy Jackson and Mrs. Jackson. And up there we welcome a lovely lady, Mrs. Maisie Slevin. And to all the players, their wives and partners, we bid you welcome. And before we proceed with the presentation, we want to pay a tribute to some people who are invaluable to this club. To the press, Mr. Derry Quinn, Mr. James Wynne, for their excellent and valued publicity. And to a wonderful and very hard-working field committee, Sean Ennis, Ollie Lynch, Barney McNeilis, and of course the grandfather of the whole lot, Paddy Maloney. We welcome you and we thank you very, very much. And of course to two very good friends of this club throughout the years, Joe and Mary Reardon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before the presentation, I'd like to call on Father McAvoy for a few words, please.
Even before the kick-off. But I'd just like to thank Edenderry Town Football Club for welcoming me here and inviting me tonight. I know it's going to be a fantastic night, and there's a lot of people down there wondering who's going to get the awards, and that's the great excitement of the night. It has been a terrific year for the soccer club and for the town, the glory and the honour that you brought to the town. It has been a great year for soccer, even though the past week hasn't been a particularly good week for it. But Edenderry has always brought the best out of people, the best out of their supporters, and as the town is all the better because of a club that's really well run, with style, and here tonight with a bit of class. And I'd like to thank Edenderry for this year. 1985 has been a great year. We won the Sheeran Cup. Manchester United won the FA Cup. So for two reasons, they're my two clubs. It has been. I won a pound off Paddy Maloney when United beat Liverpool, and he didn't pay me yet. But it has been a great year, and at the final over in Tullamore, I think that day we showed the class that Edenderry Town is. We were a class apart from the opposition, and the provincial papers and the daily papers said that it was the first time, I think, was the country team, at least the first time that a final had been taken out of Dublin. But Edenderry can hold their head up high as being worthy winners of the Sheeran Cup, because on that display they were certainly a class team, a class apart. Congratulations. I know there's a lot of speeches and a lot of big news to come, so I'd just like to thank the soccer club once again for inviting me, and to wish you all the very best for the rest of the year, and I hope you get that extra point to finish runners up in the league.
Thank you, Father McAfee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the presentation. I know you will show the recipients your normal and warm appreciation. And just to remind anyone who's not familiar, we will point out again that the names of the 5 award winners tonight are a closely guarded secret. And despite the rumours that are about, rumours are all they are. And now for the youth team. Thomas. And to present youth team player of the year is Mrs. Basie Seven. And this is some start tonight. Not only do we play youth football, we play first team football. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Coffey. And the third team player of the year, ladies and gentlemen, is, we were sent by Mr. Paddy Malloy. The youngest player outside of the youths, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Hughes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the second team. Let me go to open an envelope here now and Tammy. The second team player of the year is Mr. Paddy Cullen. And to present the first team, I'd like to call on Mr. John Farrell, President of the Leinster Junior League. The winner ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call on Mr. Joe Brown, Chairman of Edenderry Town Football Club, to announce the Personality of the Year award.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Personality of the Year for 1985 goes to... Think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Paddy Maloney and Ollie Lynch. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Presidents, distinguished guests, Reverend Father, ladies and gentlemen, first I would like to congratulate the award winners whom just received these beautiful trophies here tonight. They are stars of the night, and we hope, and looking at them, we are proud to honour them here tonight. Looking back over the past season, it must be regarded as our best ever. We were quarter-finalists in the Dowdall Cup, semi-finalists in the Dalton Whiteley Youth Cup and Youth Cup, FAI Midland Area finalists, runners-up in the Premier Division. Yes, we've taken John. Yes, we're going to do that. And winners, ladies and gentlemen, of the biggest trophy of all, the William Sheridan Cup. I have this speech written out for the fact that our under 12s, 14 and 16s are top of the leagues. And I'm sure now, by dropping a couple of points yesterday, that will be back there next week. I congratulate all the managers involved with the club, with the teams. I would like to thank again the Bank of Ireland for their generous sponsorship here tonight. To our numerous sponsors, especially Paddy and Josie McCormick. Josie, smile. I'd like to thank Dr. Brian Emerson for looking after our injuries throughout the season. Anything I couldn't do, he did. To Josie and her staff, who laid on a beautiful meal, I'm sure you all appreciate it tonight. It was beautiful. Thank you very much indeed. Within our own club, it would be impossible to thank everyone who contributed so much to the season, but I'm sure no one will be offended if I mention one section, and that is the field committee. I know Paddy and Ollie have got awards tonight. I'd just like to mention Barney McNeilis, Sean Ennis, and Matt Smullen. Now these 5 men, ladies and gentlemen, have our ground, the envy of every club in Leinster Junior Football, and I'm sure Mr. Farrell would second me on that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's something that we have kept secret for the past couple of months within the club, and that is we have almost completed a deal which the club is buying 10.5 acres of land, which will make us numerous pitches, a clubhouse and car park. Now it's a lot of work gone into this, and we try to keep it the way it is and nobody knows, and we're wrapping up that deal this weekend. Now this, I'm sure you all realise, is the biggest step in the club's development, and we are depending on your members, our supporters, in our fundraising efforts in the future. And there is no truth what I've heard during the week that Pat Hines and James Jessup have been sold to an English club to pay for it. We wish them the very best of luck in the new venture. I'd just like to finish and conclude by thanking ye, the people who made this night possible here tonight, our supporters and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Back again, I enjoyed that, an encore, I'm going to call it. Ladies and gentlemen, could I have Sean Innes and Lillian Gowran, please? Step forward. We'd like, on behalf, I'm sure I'm speaking on their behalf, of the supporters club they've developed it over the past week, that we have a special presentation here tonight to Mr. Francie McGuinness and his wife Carmel. I'd like to receive these trophies. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the manager of the first team and his good wife who puts up with everything that goes on in the club. Could I have a round of applause? Again, lift it up. Can't afford a company tonight, it's obviously not.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to call on Mr. John Farrell, President of the Leinster Junior League, to say a few words, please.
Mr. Chairman, Reverend Father, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a great privilege and a pleasure for me to come down to Edenderry. I've been coming down here so long now and could nearly take up residence and get a citizenship. But my function in the past and as tonight is to congratulate Edenderry on a magnificent season. I have also congratulated them when they weren't so successful. And from the news that I've heard from the chairman tonight, I'm delighted to see that they have made the bold step and that they will have their new home, and no doubt will become, in County Offaly, Edenderry will become a proud team and a happy team. Tonight, I can speak with a little sadness because I have dedicated my life to association football for the last 35 years as a player and a legislator, and I also had the privilege of achieving the ultimate honour of becoming President of the Football Association of Ireland. And it's sad when I think in Brussels last week, a ground I've sat on many a time and enjoyed good football both from Ireland and the opposition, to see that so many people had to give of their life for to bring it home to us. What a tragedy that is happening to football, not alone in England and on the continent in South America and elsewhere, brainless, stupid people who try to bring a great game down. This game has produced some great names, it has produced some great people, and even in Edenderry here tonight, there's some lovely people, and I'm happy to be amongst them. And I think that anybody that tries to denigrate or bring those people down by the violence that we see in Brussels is not doing our good game any good. We must all take the blame for what has happened in association football. We must take the blame from the do-gooders for the last 10 years who wanted to spare the rod. Where the discipline of the schools and of the home has fallen apart. Where the joyriders are killing people and depriving young, happy families of their parents. All this, even the press have to take a lot of blame, because they can write sensationalism. They can build it up, and they can encourage these stupid people, as I must describe them. I won't call them names because there's so many names being used. They're human beings. But let's be clear. This game needs discipline. And I appeal here tonight that in the home, in the schools, and elsewhere, and especially in the clubs, that we maintain a strong code of discipline. And by that effort, we might get back to the very high standards that we have set in the past and hope will maintain in the future. Throughout the season, the players, the officials, the supporters, and everybody concerned has great enjoyment. We've had great games, and in the ultimate, no doubt about it, the Sheardon Cup rests where it belongs. I'm still very privileged to know that I was a very young legislator when I met the late Bill Sheardon. He was a big man, broad smile, and his only interest was to see that young people at that time were off the streets and playing football. He was one of nature's gentlemen. The only one I could compare him with would be the late Joe Whitton. And Bill Sheardon, to me, was the acme of perfection. So much that I remember when I was on a council meeting one time, a certain club, I think it was one of our famous clubs, Stafford Celtic or some of those, had been fined something like £2. Not the 5 that you're fined now. But at that time, some of the council members wanted to know how the fines been collected, because they were playing in the semi-final of the Leinster Junior Cup that following week. And the late Bill Sheardon just gave me a little nod and he said, "Oh yeah, that fine was paid last night." Well, I can tell you that the fine was paid 20 minutes after by Bill Sheardon himself. And that's the type of man he was. And that's why I was so keen and so anxious to provide some trophy to perpetuate the memory of such a great man. And I can tell you this much, but Bill Sheardon's name is on that cup. It's a huge cup, it's a handsome cup, and it's a cup that will be eagerly sought by many clubs. And it's great to see that Edenderry this year have annexed what they wanted to do was to win the William Sheardon Cup, and I congratulate them on that. I've made many, very many friends in Edenderry, and one thing that I have in common with Edenderry, the red and black, because Paddy Maloney knows when I was playing for Longford Town, that was the same colours. And Paddy used to cycle up to see them in Bohemians playing at the red and black. So you can see it'll be red and black forever. So without further ado, let me again reiterate what I have said before. My sincere congratulations to Edenderry on a magnificent season. My sincere thanks to everybody connected with Edenderry. And I also like to pay a compliment to Mr. and Ms. McCormick for their hospitality to me throughout the years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. John Farrell. And ladies and gentlemen, before we finish, I just want to thank the players, their wives, the committee members, and their wives as well. It's after being a long, very long season. The first team started off in mid-August, and here we are on the 2nd of June, and still 3 more games to play. It's been a very, very long season for everybody involved with Edenderry Town Football Club. It's been a successful season as well. We're missing a bit of silverware here in the trophy. And there's a man in there, he's the captain of the first club. Tommy don't know, he's going to bring out the Sheeran Cup. Hey! Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to yourselves. There's a bit of crack, there's a bit of sport, there's a bit of music, and there's a bit of song going, so it's up to yourselves. Let's get out there and boogie!
You're supposed to be happy. Hello, Paddy. Big smile. Yeah, a smile. Show your teeth. Smile.
I won't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. But tonight I need a friend. Yesterday's dead, and tomorrow's outside. So sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night. Well, I don't want to be alone. Help me make it through the night.
Thank you very much. This is Thomas Marcus going to finish off the fashions for you. So, Crystal Gale sang this one called Somebody Loves You.